Yeah, this is the message to the President of the Republic of Kenya, President William Samoei Arap Ruto. Mr. President, you have lost your way, totally. You have lost your way. And you're the president, you're the overseer, and you're the one to blame. You have become all of a sudden a don't care. The bottom-up model indicated that you are going to look at the economy all the way down to Mama Mboga. That is what you say. That you're going to make sure Mama Mboga affords. Mama Mboga is good. Mtu wa wheelbarrow is good. That's what you say. You're going to, you came as an equalizer. That's what you say. All the agendas, all the cartels, everything that you spoke, none of those things that you have done. And worst of all, you have not been able to stand and talk to the citizens of the Republic of Kenya and tell them as to why you haven't done what you exactly promised. All the agendas that you have been speaking, even in the African summit, every of those words are just sweet words without actions. You have forgotten that you are the president of the people and you're the one who is supposed to oversee the programs, the problems, devolution, the dispersion of resources equally to every county. You have become greedy all of a sudden. Now what you want is give me. I want. You don't know that people have noticed that what you want is to finish every other person, every business people. You want to finish every company, so you retain your own companies. You want to be a dictator, yeah, by making sure that you demolish, you finish, you make every other company to dry up. Yeah. Putting on tax on top of a tax. You are even planning to tax somebody with an idea to start a business. Where do you think we as the citizens, poor citizens, going to find money to pay the tax? When right now we already complaining. We have been complaining about the last year's financial bills. So where are we going to find money to pay the taxes when you can all see that the youth are just trying? Our only escape is online, to try to fix things online. Putting a tax on top of a tax, but not solving a problem. What do you think are we going to do? And the disease has been transmitted to other leaders, the MCAs, the governors, the MPs. They have adapted the model, the behavior of lying to the citizens. Actually, none of the leaders, maybe a few, but most of the leaders are in parliament to represent themselves, not the people. You go all the way to US, Italy, Thailand, China to represent yourself, but not the people of the Republic of Kenya. You are leading Kenya. And you have to listen to the cries of the people of Kenya and respond. But why are you imposing, why are you forcing us to accept what you want? When you are our leader, And we are the one you are representing. We cannot all be presidents. We cannot all be leaders. We have to select a few representatives. But now you have turned against your own people. Mr. President, trust me, I don't know what is your plan. Because I know maybe you're planning to come up with another model full of lies to soothe the angry Gen Zs and the millennium. I know you are cooking some lies within yourself. You forced this. You forced 2022. This was not yours, but you had to force it. Yes, now you are there. Have you seen? Have you seen that it was not yours? Have you seen? Are you going to still persist? Are you going to still keep on pressing on? Are you a Eurocentric? Are you a puppet of the Europeans? Can you imagine? You are spending millions of money. People are complaining seriously. This is the same mistake Uhuru Kenyatta did when we complained about the Chinese coming to Kenya during the outbreak of coronavirus. Many Kenyans complained. This is the same mistake that you're doing. You travel anyhow. You don't want to care. Yeah, you wake up, I want to get to US. You don't care. And then you come say, no, I've just spent 1.5 million. It's not a lot of money. And you come tell us, let us live within our limits. Which kind of lie is that? How do you take Kenyans? How do you look at us? How do you rate the Kenyans' mind? You think we're still kids? You think we're still stupid? We need a total liberation. We need a total change. If it means you get to get out of power, then it is better. Because Kenya, we are tired of lies. We are tired of lies. And no one is going to accept that. Wabunge, they are in the parliament arguing. They are arguing whether the bill is okay or not okay. Some are gifted in lying. Are you happy that people are complaining? Are you happy that Mama Mboga is crying? Agumani, my mother, is crying. In the village, in towns, they are crying. What have we done to you to deserve this? Many people are crying. Can you imagine your mother is crying? Ruto, what have we done to deserve this? Some old women are even asking, forgive us if we made a mistake to sign you in. Can you imagine that? And you don't care. You're sitting in your house and watching the news and you're like, what are these stupid people talking about? Is that fair to the people of the Republic of Kenya? Using a lot of money, sending the troops to Haiti. What is that for? What is your business with Haiti? When you cannot control the Somali, the Al-Shabaab. When you cannot control the hunger in your own country. When you cannot unite Kenya, can you unite Africa? You have lost your way totally. Ama hizo makaratasi zenye uko nazo za masomo ulinunua tu. Maybe. Viongozi wote, the representatives, stop comedy. Stop being a content creator in parliament. Go in parliament to represent the voice of the people. You are representatives of the people. Nowadays, even the chiefs, they cannot solve a mere issue without a bribe. Every leader is hungry with money. They want money like hell. For employment, you need to bribe somebody. Where are Kenyans going to stand? How can a Kenyan rise? A person who has started business yesterday, they has to pay taxes, insurances, license, all those money. Where do you get this money to start this business? How can you sustain this? Kanjo are always on our doors knocking, want money. Where do we find money? Where is money? You are planning, you directly tax Kenyans. You are oppressing Kenyans directly by saying we are not going to tax unga. We are going to tax the company of unga. You lie in public. You are talking about we are going to have a big stadium in Kenya. What is that for? When we are hungry. Yes, we have a stadium and we are hungry. What are you talking about, Mr. President? I thought you have brains. Kumbe hii kizungu ni ya ujinga tu. Yeah? Kumbe any other person you can speak English. Kumbe English is not a measure of wisdom and intelligence. Yeah? Do you know we have learned that English is not a measure of intelligence from you? Have you noticed you are a symbol of foolishness? Have you noticed you are a symbol of stupidity? Have you noticed that you are a symbol of a traitor in the whole Africa? In the whole Africa, making a very good and standing out speeches of which they have no implementation, they have no action in it. You talk about we need $1 taken away, but you're still supporting the oppressors. People are speaking, but you are in parliament like a symbol of ignorance. You're just there. You are not ready to understand what you're supposed to do. You make speeches, written speeches, that you know you cannot act upon. That is very sad. That's very sad. Now, Gachagua seems to have brains than you. And again, we know all these politicians are still playing games. They are out for the campaigns 2027. Gachagua wants to gain fame for him to stand for the next election. That is your plan. You have not solved the problems of Kenyans. The last president that left, people complained. That's why people queue. People supported you because we didn't like the regime that has gone. Because of their mischievous actions, because of their behaviors, because of their actions to the people of the Republic of Kenya, lies after lies. Now, we thought you have brains, but you haven't. You have transmitted the same disease to the rest of the leaders. They have to loot. Everybody's looking for the land to buy. Every other person, every other leader is looking for the ways to loot from the citizens to become rich and famous. That's what every other person is looking for. It's not going to end good. It's not going to end good. We are tired. Right now, we are off. Like, we are not going to do it anymore. The Gen Zs, the millennials, we are not going to do it anymore. There's no way that we receive education that does not help us. So that if we learn the ways that we can utilize resources for us to become better people. That's it. That's what our parents are also doing. Parents are hoping that we are in Nairobi doing something substantial to help them, whereas we are not. We know that things are not really good, and they have not been good anymore. You see? Yeah. So our parents, this is your message. Shut up. Shut up. Education is not giving us jobs. Just know that. No jobs. And you didn't create jobs for us. And you are cowards. Ile uoga mmeuziwa for all this long is now going to end. We fear nothing anymore. After all, at the end of the day, people are gonna die. We don't care who is going to die and who is going to survive. You know that. Tradition, put it aside. Tribalism, put it aside. It's not our business. Our business is freedom. We cannot talk about democracy when it is not exercised. We cannot talk about freedom which doesn't exist. We cannot talk of constitution which is never used. Executive, judiciary is already attacked by the president and some other people. I had a youth from Kondere saying that the president's advising his advisors on how to advise him. That's true, I confirm that. What do you expect? You are advising your advisors on how to advise you. And you expect Kenya to grow. You expect... No, it's not going to happen. You have become a land grabber. Your plan is to maliza mtu mmoja, but no, it's not going to happen. Our parents, shut up. It's not going to happen. Now, it is us versus parliament versus leaders, political leaders. It's not us versus parents. No, we have no business with our parents. We have business with us and political leaders. That is our business. And trust me, we are not going to tire. Trust me, Mr. President, we don't care what is going to happen. But nobody is going to tire. Nobody is going to sleep. Nobody is going to calm down until freedom and the democracy is exercised. If you are not going to calm down, then be there. We'll cut the tree. We don't care. You kill all of us. You think the police are pleased about you? They are also tired of you. They are waiting for the right moment, and the right moment is here. We are coming. The other thing I want to talk is the youth, the millennials, Gen Zs. Let's unite. Become one. Bring revolution not only to Kenya, but to Africa. Let no one tire. Support each other. And let us bring this nation to the shape, to the style, to the position that we want. We don't care what is going to happen. But let us move forward. Protect our lives and the lives of our children. So, my youth, wale watu tunafika kwa street leo, fika. And let us peacefully demonstrate. But I'm giving a standing warning to the youth who have a mischievous behaviors of snatching other youth's phones. You are also a thief just like Ruto. So you deserve punishment just like what you're doing to Ruto. Stop stealing from your own comrades. Those with mischievous behavior, we have not planned this demonstration to destroy any other person's properties, because some of those properties are the ones that pays our rents. So if you destroy those properties, it means then you are destroying our own. And that is not what we are after. We are after the common enemy. And the common enemy, we know all of us. Who is he or who is it? So let's fight the common enemy. Let us not fight against ourselves. You understand? And I'm saying and calling on the African youth, the Ugandan youth, even the Cameroonian youth, then the DRC youth, even the South Sudan youth, the African youth. This is the right time. Trust me. It has been going on all along for many years. Southern Sudan, young people are being killed. You remember Bobby Wine in Uganda and Seven. So many young people have lost their lives just because they are trying to speak the truth. Just because they have raised their voice to stop the dictatorship. Now, they deserve to die. Cameroonians, 2018. I don't know if it's still going on. Young men are also dying because they're just trying to say no. We need change. When you talk about change, you deserve death. That's not the way to go. That's not the way to go. Young people are being killed by the old ones. And then who is going to take the mantle forward if you have to kill the young minds, the young generation? Who do you want to take? We need empowerment. Which kind of empowerment is that one? Young people are being killed because they have spoken the truth, because they want change. Yes? No, it's not going to happen that way. It's not going to happen that way. We have Africa, we have to be in charge of ourselves and be in charge of our resources. And we have to use our resources for our interest, for our growth, not for other persons. We are civilized too. We are learned. We have education. So we got to use the education for our benefit, not other people's benefit. So many people are oppressed and they cannot speak because they fear death. We no longer fear death because death came for the people. You understand? So the leaders of Africa, you got to get away. If you cannot listen to your people, then you have to vanish from power and let the people with legal mind, with the mind to support the Africa's growth, lead. If you cannot, if you're tired of thinking, get the hell away. If you go to power because of your own satisfaction, then we are watching. And we are not going to stop there. We are going to watch you. We are going to come for you. And listen, this is the beginning of Africa's revolution. We have to change. We have to revolutionize what has been there. The kind of leadership that we've been having, the kind of economy that we have been having. We have to change. And this is just the beginning. Thank you for watching.